A job ran at 03:30 instead of its scheduled 02:00, even after the team updated the permanent start times. The culprit: a forgotten one-time override that outlasted the update. Let's break down JIL one-time job overrides, how it works, and the exact mistake behind that failure. A one-time override is a temporary modification to a job's attributes that applies only to the next execution. The permanent JIL remains untouched. It's like a sticky note on a job that gets thrown away after the job runs. The key rule: an active override always takes precedence over the permanent definition, even if you update the permanent JIL later. Overrides persist across server restarts and are not visible in autorep queue output. Here's how to set an override. Use override job followed by the job name and the attributes you want to change. The override applies to exactly one run. To see active overrides, use autorep jobd. The detail flag shows overrides separately. The queue flag shows merged JIL, making it hard to distinguish overrides from permanent values. Run these commands to inspect a job. The D flag is your best friend for spotting overrides. Use overrides for one-off changes like skipping a failed dependency. For permanent changes, always use update job. Overrides that sit idle for days are dangerous. This is the same issue we highlighted at the start. Here's exactly why that happened. An engineer set an override to run at 03:30 for a holiday. After the holiday, they forgot to remove it. They updated the permanent start time to 02:00, but the active override still had 03:30 and took precedence. The job ran at 03:30 again. An engineer set a one-time override for a holiday run and forgot to remove it. The override persisted, silently overriding the permanent start times even after an update job. To fix it, run update job on the same attribute with the correct permanent value. This clears the override. Then verify with autorep D that no override remains. This is the most common mistake. You set an override for a holiday, then forget to remove it. Days later, the job still runs at the overridden time, causing confusion. Override job only modifies attributes for the next scheduled run. It does not start the job. Use force_strtjob if you need immediate execution. Update job only clears the override for the attributes you explicitly set. If you overrode multiple attributes, you must update each one individually. The article mentions using update job to clear an override but doesn't show the exact syntax. Here's a concrete example. Running update job on the same attribute overwrites the override and sets the permanent value, effectively removing the override. The article states that overrides survive AutoSys application server restarts. This is because overrides are stored in the event server database, not in memory. They persist until the job runs or is explicitly canceled, even if the server is recycled. The article recommends periodic audits but doesn't provide a script. This one-liner lists all jobs with active overrides by parsing autorep D output. Run it daily to catch forgotten overrides. To debug, first check for active overrides with autorep D. Use update job to clear them. Run a periodic audit script to catch forgotten overrides. Let's run through some common interview questions. What is a JIL one-time override? Temporary change for next run only. How does override job differ from update job? Override is temporary, update is permanent. How to check for active overrides? Use autorep D. And a few frequently asked questions. Does override job start the job? No, only modifies attributes for next scheduled run. How long does an override stay active? Until the job runs once, then expires. Can I cancel an override? Yes, by running update job on the same attributes. To recap, one-time overrides are powerful but dangerous. They always take precedence over permanent definitions. Use them sparingly, document them, and always verify with autorep D. Ready to go deeper? Up next, AutoSys job scheduling and time conditions, then AutoSys job dependencies and conditions, then AutoSys calendars and run calendar. Find them all at TheCodeForge.io. Thanks for watching. The full article and code examples are covered in detail at TheCodeForge.io.